The Independent National Electoral Commission on Tuesday held its third quarterly meeting with political party leaders in Abuja. This was the first meeting chaired by the new acting chairman, May Agbamuche-Mbu, who stepped in after the exit of former chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu. Agbamuche-Mbu praised Yakubu's legacy of innovation and integrity. She outlined the election timetable, highlighting the upcoming Anambra State Governorship Election set for November the 8th, 2025. 10 out of 13 key preparations are complete, with remaining tasks including the publication of the notice of polls scheduled for October the 25th and the closure of the campaign period on November 6th. She urged political parties to strictly adhere to the timetable to ensure a smooth electoral process. Jake Epelle is an election observer and policy analyst. He has been in a series of stakeholders meetings in the build-up to the Anambra election and has first-hand brief. We turn to him now for a conversation on the issue. Thank you very much for being here. Acting INEC chairman says all is set for the Anambra election. In your assessment as an election observer, is she in order?
As you know, I am here in Awka. May is in Abuja and will only speak based on the brief that she had received from the REC, who is the INEC highest officer here in Awka. If you go by her word, I will say yes. Based on her brief, it's one thing for one to say, I'm ready, is another when you see the readiness and preparation by the materials. And those materials are something you can't see because, but from the brief we got, she had received the essential and non-essential materials, is in the custody of CBN, and other things like the training are ongoing, and hopefully by her word we will have an inclusive election, which is my forte. But then there are a lot of civil society doing one training or the other, the training of the observers, training of electoral officers. You know, today we had the training of sign language interpreters, which is for the first time we're going to deploy quite a number, which is about 25, and 150 observers with disability, mostly with disability, you know, and then we're also rolling out our electronic monitoring system, you know. So if you go by all the works that is going on and the activities that are ongoing, we will say that it seems though as we are ready, you know. Right. But then, of course, you will know the readiness on the day of election.
Indeed. I was going to ask, from your years as an observer, what problem areas would you advise INEC to pay closer attention to as they prepare to manage the Anambra elections, and what they should have in place, no matter what, if they want success of the exercise?
That's a brilliant question. I would say, well, logistics in terms of delivery of these essential and non-essential materials. Of course, making sure that the rack where the security operatives and some INEC official that work in certain area will pass the night, to make sure that that is ready, to make sure that they won't be disappointed by transporters. Usually the Road Transport Workers Union deliver for them, and some other transport operatives that they have hired. We want to make sure that we won't be given the excuse of no fuel, I haven't been paid, you know. So logistics is number one. Deployment of security operatives, because INEC officials will tell you they won't go if there are no security. So deployment of these security operatives, deployment of INEC official to ensure that polls will open at when it is scheduled to open, to make sure that there is no rowdiness at the polling centers. We just need to make sure we nip everything in the bud if we must have a successful election, of course, to ensure that security, this goes to security operatives, to ensure that there's no vote buying and snatching of voting cubicles and like my constituency, to ensure that the election is inclusive. So from start to finish, there has to be that readiness. But majorly, I can tell you for free that our problem starts with logistics. Once there's a logistical problem, we will have problem all through. And of course, the electronic voting machines, to make sure they work. I had asked her when we hosted her on a town hall meeting to tell Anambra people that he would upload the result. And she said, yes, I will upload the result. So that's a promise. We will watch the performance.
All right, let's talk about the people who are the heart of it. I mean, without the electorate, there is no exercise. So I wanted you to speak to, is there time still for people to collect their voters card, get registered, that's eligible voters at this hour? And what would be your advice to them against voter apathy on that day?
As a matter of fact, I was discussing with a friend of mine a few minutes ago, and the discussion centered on voters' card. And there are reports that a lot of people have not received their voters' card. But I'm told that exercise will start on Monday. Hopefully, it will start on Monday. But that's exactly what the issues are. And of course, in terms of voter apathy is something we have to work over time because basically the problem is that people have lost trust, people have lost trust in the electoral system. And so there's no doubt that issue of voter apathy had come to stay. Hopefully, all the voter education and the intention of most organizations like ours, putting out information, giving confidence back to the electorate who have lost confidence in the system. Hopefully, we won't have issue of voter apathy.
I hope so too. Thank you very much, sir, for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you.